This right here is what me and my team have been working on for a few days now, and it is the Coinbase S1 filing and digging through all the financials that we can find in there and trying to decipher where it's going to be going. And I can tell you it is fucking beautiful. They're positioning themselves as being the, I guess, crypto FX market leader / crypto central bank. But don't take that in a bad way. Just take it in a good way. So all you gorillas over there in AMC and GME that have been playing around with that 1990s broken ass business model bullshit for the past few weeks, this is what you're going to want to be looking at. You're going to want to take some of those profits that you made destroying the hedge funds and probably put them in here, because we think this is going to be a 10-year investment. Think getting in Apple, Netflix, any of those early. Now, this is an investment advice. This is our opinion from what we found out going over this entire S1 filing and telling you it's 240 pages. It's pretty dry, but I haven't seen anything like it since probably when I looked at Facebook when they initially IPO'd. We're going to be looking at this as this opens up. We might chase it. I don't know. It's trading at like $477 in a tokenized FTX. Which puts it at, I want to say, about $1.3 billion or $130 billion valuation. But we're going to be going in, and if it kind of sells off in the beginning, we'll be looking at where we can scale in. We don't want to blow our whole nut right off the bat. We just want to give them just the tip. Now that we've kind of gone over that, we're going to be looking at and going over the details right now and getting into what this sweet apple pie of an S1 filing is, and going and digging in and pulling up everything that we can find on it and letting you guys be the judge of what you think is going to be, if it's going to be the IPO direct public offering of the decade or the investment of the decade. We know crypto's not going anywhere. Bitcoin's making new highs. I know it's down right now. It's about 55,000, but this is for us. We're going to be watching this, and we're probably going to be covering this every week or two with new updated videos as stuff comes out. If there's any big news releases, we're going to be launching another video as well. So let's get right into it. We are looking at the year-over-year growth and how much Coinbase is dominating the markets as far as control as a exchange goes. In 2018, they had 4.5% of the entire market. In 2019, they had 8.3% of the entire market. And as far as 2020 goes, they had 11.1% of the entire market for crypto exchanges. Next up, we are looking at verified user growth. Now, this is going all the way back to 2018, and we can see we had 23 million verified users, and that has grown to 43 million verified users as of Q4 of 2020, which is also substantial growth. You're going to notice this is a trend with everything about Coinbase. Now we are looking at supported assets on the platform. 2019, they had about 40 plus supported assets, and that was 70% BTC, 9% Ethereum, 15% all other crypto assets, and 6% fiat currency. In 2020, that has grown to 90 plus different supported assets, still 70% BTC, 13% Ethereum, 13% other crypto, and then just 4% in fiat currencies. So now we are looking at assets on the platform, and it has grown from 2018 with 13 billion assets on the platform to 90 billion of assets on the platform. That's currently what's sitting in there, with a crypto market capitalization of 782, which is now up to 1.1 trillion. Okay, here we are looking at subscription and service revenues. They don't give any real exact figures, but I know Coinbase is trying to diversify themselves in order to hedge against, or at least trying to mitigate some of the volatility that comes from BTC. So when BTC rallies up, they have an immense influx of transactions as well as revenue. And then when it really drops off and goes into a real bear market, so does their revenue. So they're trying to diverse and get into the spend, save, borrow, lend, stake, and build. And I'll get in on the next slide on how many users have been using this. But I think this is a real good indication that they're wanting to be very stable growth, as well as still be able to be an opportunist in this crypto market. Okay, to add to what we just touched on, this is just a quick, I don't know if anybody's going to see it. The screen capture was kind of small, but this just kind of goes over, the 15 blockchain protocols that are supported and over 90 crypto assets that are supported by Coinbase, as well as touching on the fact that 21% of retail users who invested also engaged with at least one of those non-investing products and subscriptions that we just talked about. So they already have good interaction with that, and I think the growth is there for them to develop some ways for them to avoid those volatilities from BTC. So that's a good sign right there as well. So bring on the titties, bring on the juice, bring on the bullishness that we dug into. Here we're looking at the crypto asset volatility on the top, that little squiggly line, as well as retail trading volume versus institutional trading volume. You can see back in 2018, Q1 of 2018, there was about $11 billion in trading volume from institutions, and there was about $45 billion of trading volume from retail. Now, as we look at 2020 from Q1 to Q4, that went from 18 billion in institutions and 12 billion in retail to 57 billion in institutional buying and trading volume and 32 billion in retail. Now, Coinbase is really making themselves known as the place to come for any of your massive and large purchases. You want 50 million, you want $200 million in Bitcoin, that's what they are going after, as well as still supporting all of the retail trading investors. Okay, to go along with those active institutions and retail traders and that volume, here we're looking at the monthly transactions of users. You can see back in 2018 that was about 2.7 million transactional users. That did drop off to a low of 0.8 million, so 800,000 in Q1 of 2019, and has slowly gone back up as crypto has gone back up and become more mainstream. I think that with looking forward to how Q1 of 2021 has gone and everybody getting their Biden bucks, we're probably going to see growth in this as well. Unless there is a massive downturn in the crypto markets, I think this number is going to consistently start and keep going up. All right, I really wanted to record this one legitimately, but I'm skipping right to it. 2,000% year over year increase on adjusted EBITDA. That is amazing. It went from $24 million to $527 million. And with the way how 2021's already starting off, I'm thinking this has got plenty of room to grow. Now let's look at some of the other numbers that aren't as fantastic. 2019 assets on the platform were 16.9 billion. Total trading volume was 79.9 billion. Their net income was a loss of 30 million. And then their adjusted EBITDA was 24 million. Going to 2020 and how it ended out the year with 90 billion in assets on the platform, 193 billion in trading volume, and a net income of 322 million, and again 527 million of adjusted EBITDA, accounting for that 2,000% gain. Gimme Chubb, better than my wife does. I want to fuck you, Coinbase. I want to fuck your balance sheet. As if the last consolidated balance sheet wasn't enough, here we're looking at the revenues over doubling in just a year. My God, baby arm holding an apple. 533 million in 2019. We're looking at 1.27 billion in 2020. That is a net income loss in 2019 of $30 million and a net income of $322 million in 2020, which accounts for a 50-cent per share loss in 2019 and a $1.40 per share gain in 2020. All right, and here we get to the last slide that we have. This is just basically showing the current Coinbase pre-IPO tokenized stock, FTX, that is trading. The last time I took this screenshot, it was trading at 451. I just glanced at it right now, so it's sitting at about $477 per token. which I think is probably going to continue to go up to maybe 5 to 550 before the actual official direct public offering. Now, with that said and all the information that we went over in this video, I hope everybody's enjoyed it. We did dig into this for quite some time. It took us a solid half a day to go through everything and pull out all the parts that we thought were fundamentally important to it. We will be covering this as time goes on, so if you've liked this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Also, check us out over at Patreon. Hit us up in the comments if there's something that we missed, something that we need to add, or if there's something that you guys want us to track and dig into. Thank you.